Harvey.
Hey, Gig, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Hey, congratulations for the new season of Disney's Mickey Funhouse.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. November 2nd, it's right around the corner. We're excited for everyone to see the adventures that we go on this season.
There seems going to be a lot of adventures that you get to hang out with Mickey and gang. But tell us first, why do you think this series worked?
You know what I think about this series, what I love about it is from the beginning, from the get-go when I read the first script, is that it allows kids to go on an adventure without leaving their safety of their home. You know, with the times that we've had a couple, you know, in the last couple of years and uncertainty that's always, you know, around the corner, the one thing that we can always tell kids is that your imagination can take you anywhere, you know, and that's one thing that I really pride myself in being part of the show is that they go on adventures on every episode. Every episode, it's a new adventure. And I love that. And we introduce kids to new cultures and new traditions. You know, this season alone, we go to Mexico, DF, to celebrate Dia de los Muertos, which is a huge thing that's close to my heart, just because being Mexican myself, it's a tradition that I'm so excited that we get to share now. So anyone who watches this, any child and parent who watches this will be entertained and entertained and educated, you know, for a new experience. And we go to Korea and we just around the world and also to faraway lands as well. So anything's possible, you know, fictional or actually here on Earth. But I love that we introduce kids to these new worlds that open up their eyes to new possibilities.
Well said, Harvey. Now, tell us what you love about Funny. I mean, what do you love about voicing this character?
You know what I love about Funny is that he's not scared to look funny. He's not scared to try a new voice, because if you look at his episodes, you know, if they go to the Wild West, he can do, you know, a saloon, you know, styled voice. And if he goes to outer space, he can do a pilot's voice. If he goes underwater, like he can get to choose to play with the voices and have fun. And he's, you know, the gang's biggest supporter, you know, so he's always supporting Mickey and his friends on their adventure. And we all need that in our lives. We all need a cheerleader who says, come on, let's try it, you know, and also talks to you through your feelings. So when, you know, Daisy gets a little upset that things didn't go her way, it's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel that in the moment, and then to like shake it off, and then to talk about it. So I'm glad that you know, basically Funny is they're like kind of a big brother, you know, in a sense, where he looks after them, guides them, you know, never puts them in danger, but always puts them in adventure.
But this is a tribute to yourself. You're the one who voices Funny. I mean, how do you work on Funny's voice, you know, through all these situations?
It's funny you mentioned that, because Funny's voice is about an octave higher than my natural register voice. So because he's full of energy, and I wanted that to come out through the screen. So when you see Funny on screen, you automatically feel like you know him. You know, he's a friend. He's an old friend. He's welcoming. He's your biggest cheerleader. Funny's everyone's best friend. And the way I think about him is like that should come across in his voice and should drop, you know, make you feel at ease and comfortable. And so whenever I get ready into Funny's voice, I gotta tell you, I'll do a session for a couple hours, but I'm usually exhausted at the end too, because it's like it's so much energy, because it has to come just through your vocal cords. You can't really use your face, you can't use your body, you can't, you know, all of your acting is in your vocal cords, and you have to tell a story. And if you're sad, you have to come across as sad. If you're happy, you have to be happy. So it's a lot of work. And so people think, oh, voices are easy. It's like voices are really hard, especially if you're doing one that does multiple characters. But I love it. I get to play multiple characters in one episode.
I'm assuming you're solo in that booth. How animated do you actually get by yourself?
I do get really animated, because I've seen footage of me in the booth and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like a madman, you know, because I'll do the character, and like sometimes just to get the sound, I'll physically do the movement, or I'll like, you know, if you just see just BTS of me in the booth, it's just sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm like, you're putting your whole body into it, even though no camera is going to be filming you. But sometimes it does help to see the actor do it, I think, for the animation, because they get the idea of facial expressions and how would I say that? How my face would look if I said it this way. So it's actually a good thing that I fully give my body into it. That's probably why I'm so exhausted by the end, probably because it's a workout. Your whole body's engaged, but it's your vocal cords that do the acting.
Does it help that this kids show is like a short form format compared to, you know, other animations that you have done before?
Yeah, it helps because you know, it's really quick as a story, you know, for each episode. And it's you wrap it up really quickly. So voiceover, you come in, you know your lines, and then you can ad lib a little bit. With the director will let you play to make the character feel like it's breathing and living and part of this world. And so we have, you know, the most amazing team and producers and directors. So it's really just it's fun. It's fun to go to the to the studio. In fact, today I'm going in to record something, and it's just nice to go into the recording studio for whatever, a movie and a cartoon. It's always just fun because the process, it never gets old. You put on the headset, it's like, this is what you wanted to do as a child. I could only dream of being in this booth, and now I'm in the booth, so I'm living my dream. So it's always fun. So I'm looking forward to later today.
That does sound like a lot of fun. Now we all know you from, you know, that the show What We Do in the Shadows. But what do you enjoy about you know, voice acting? Because you've been doing a lot of these voice acting projects lately.
I have, and weirdly enough, Disney was my first real voiceover work. I did the first job I ever did in voice animation was the Owl House, and it was for Disney. And then right after that, like a week later, I got Mickey Mouse Funhouse. So we started production on that. So Disney was actually my first introduction to voiceover. And since then, I've been fortunate enough that I've done, you know, multiple shows, you know, for FX. I did Archer. I just finished doing a film that comes out later this year. It's Puss in Boots. You know, so the new with Salma Hayek and Antonio Banderas that comes out in December. So I've been doing a lot of voiceover in the last couple of years, but I like to think that my, you know, stomping ground was Disney, and that's where I originated. And being funny allowed me to play with so many different voices that it kind of prepared me to like the possibility of other characters down the line for different projects.
Do you even had a chance to interact with other voice actors, or has it all been solo work so far?
It's been solo work so far, but I've been able to meet other actors. Like I actually met the actor who plays Mickey and Minnie, and you know, also Goofy, which is iconic. He's been doing it for, you know, almost 40 years, I think. So I grew up watching that Goofy. Like I grew up watching this gentleman play Goofy, and then to meet them in person and now to be in a show with them, it's not lost on me. It's just, you know, a dream come true. So, and it's very nice and warms my heart.
You know what? It warms my heart just to hear your voice, you know, as Funhouse in this, and I, I can't say how enjoyable this is, and hopefully you come up with the, you know, you'll be that man of 1,000 voices.
Here we, yeah, from your mouth.
Well, thank you very much, Harvey.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate this.
Thanks so
Thank you.
much, Nick. Bye.